In October of last year, I bought my dream Martin acoustic guitar. It's a Martin OMJM 20th anniversary in the most gorgeous silver burst. When I first played this guitar, I resonated with it so well and I just adored the unique finish on this thing. But what do I think about it 5 months on from purchase? Do I regret buying this Martin guitar? Well, let's get into the video and talk about it. Hey guys, welcome back to Squealing Pig Guitars, the home of luxury shred machines here in Nottingham, England. My name is Keightley and I hope you're having a great start to your week. As always, thank you so much for tuning in today's video. We really appreciate all the support that you guys give on these videos by liking and commenting. It really helps us build this YouTube channel. We're so close to 5,000 subscribers, so if you are new to this channel, make sure to hit subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified when we make a new post. But anyways, let's get on with the video. So yeah, as I said in the intro to today's video, I bought this guitar in October of last year. So yeah, I actually vlogged the entire experience. You can still see it on our Squealing Pig Guitars YouTube channel. Just hit the link up there if you'd like to see the vlog. But I took the trip to St Albans in Hertfordshire to check out 58 Sound. They're a great music shop, got a really cool collection of different guitars, and I saw this on Reverb, so I thought I'd have a go at trying it out in person. I absolutely adored the guitar, so I bought it there and then. It had everything that I wanted in an acoustic guitar. It had a slightly smaller body than my acoustic guitar at the time, which was a Grand Auditorium from Taylor. I found that to be a bit too big and cumbersome, whereas this Martin OM body was so much better. Being an orchestra guitar, it was a lot better for fingerstyle playing, which is what I do most of the time. It also has a really nice kind of response to percussive styles. If you think of Neon and Stop This Train, what makes up John Mayer's acoustic style is his percussive nature and his chords that he uses, so I thought it would be a good option. And the thing that swayed me was the finish. I love the way that this grey burst, silver burst looks. I know it's quite divisive and I know some people don't like it, but for me, it was kind of the perfect look for a guitar. And it had a little bit of rarity, which I liked about it. As you guys know, I love my kind of rare looking guitars. I have a Gibson Green Widow, which I cherish. And I liked how this was a little bit different as well. So this guitar actually has quite an interesting story. I was told when I bought this that the original owner of this guitar was actually a virtuosic teenager who had been given the guitar by Martin for free, and he had sold it on because he wanted something different. So it had actually been played live a lot, so it has a lot of wear around the headstock as well as the neck, and has a lot of kind of scratches and picking wear. But that didn't bother me because it was a really good price, and I like my guitars looking a little bit aged in anyway. It makes me a bit more comfortable playing them. Feels like a very broken-in guitar, which is very good when you play an acoustic guitar. As you play an acoustic guitar, the wood kind of opens up a little bit more, and if you play an older one, you'll get what I mean. It just resonates that little bit better and doesn't sound as tinny. Since I've owned it, I've only owned it for about 5 months, but I've definitely put quite a few scratches on it myself. It's my main player at home. Whenever I get in from the studio here and I go back to my flat, I'm always playing this acoustic guitar between making meals and watching TV or whatever. It's my main player, and I also practice on it all the time. I would say I actually play this guitar more than any of my other guitars, mainly because it's a great practice guitar. If you play an acoustic, you guys will know it keeps your fingers strong. It really increases your dynamic range awareness. It's a great guitar to play. So do I regret purchasing this guitar? Not at all. I absolutely love this Martin guitar and there's nothing I would do to change about it. Sorry about the clickbaity title, I kind of just wanted an excuse to bring my Martin back into the studio and do a demo on it. So I hope you guys enjoy looking at this 20th anniversary OMJM. One thing I want to talk about before I get into the specs of this guitar is that Martin actually released another guitar alongside this OMJM. They also released an OM45 which had a similar finish, but this one is like £20,000. It was way more expensive than the one that I have. Mine's just the standard level OMJM. But this was a part of the 20th anniversary of John Mayer's relationship with Martin. Obviously, he's been a long signature artist with them. The 20th anniversary one is very ornate, kind of having that almost like master build, kind of custom shop look. It has some really nice kind of features, which I'll go over in a minute. But that's a very cool guitar, but very, very expensive indeed. If you'd like to see more acoustic videos on this channel, make sure to let us know in the comment section below. We stock all the latest acoustics, so make sure to let us know down below which acoustics you'd like to see next. But thank you, and let's get on with the video. So at its foundation, this guitar is very similar to the one that I own. It's an orchestral size body. It's the 000 14th fret one, but the wood materials have been upgraded slightly. So you have Guatemalan rosewood for the back and sides. You have the Engelmann spruce top, which is on mine, but it's a little bit more figured. You have the grey sunburst, and you have the same bracing, so the X brace and the scallop on the brace and the gloss finish. So what makes this guitar different from mine is obviously just the decorative inlays. You have that kind of D45 look, so you have the really cool kind of rosette abalone inlays. Obviously it's very ornate. You've got the big CF Martin logo as well. So it definitely is a bit more of an art guitar, whereas mine is more of a player guitar. So now let's go over the specs of my personal OMJM 20th anniversary. So guys, I've got my beautiful OMJM in my hands now. I'm just going to run down the specs so you know what goes into this amazing 20th anniversary model. Obviously John Mayer has been probably Martin's biggest artist for the last 2 decades, creating some really cool signature models. He's obviously done a lot of the 000 built guitars like the OMs. He's also done a D45, and he's also done one of the smaller bodied stagecoach guitars, which are really interesting. But he seems to go for this wood combination every time. So you have an Engelmann spruce top, which is used on pretty much all Martin guitars. On the back we have East Indian rosewood, and we also have sides of East Indian rosewood. We have a mahogany neck with the slim taper. I find that this neck is probably one of the most accessible neck shapes on any acoustic guitar. Very easy to get your thumb over the back, as that's what John Mayer plays a lot. So it's a very accessible guitar for electric players. We have an ebony fingerboard on this one with some really nice inlay patterns. And again, this guitar, as I mentioned previously, is kind of bigger than John Mayer himself. I mean that in a compliment. I mean, as in his designs that he seems to do seem to be timeless, and I think a lot of people actually love these Martin guitars without even knowing John Mayer's association with them. It's a little bit like the Silver Sky. That's becoming its own thing, and a lot of players that don't play John Mayer's music also play a Silver Sky, so they're definitely becoming very big signature models. He definitely has a keen eye for design and art as he creates such great signature instruments. We have an ebony fingerboard on this one, which is nice and dark and luscious. We have a 25.4 inch scale length. As we move it down, we've obviously got the iconic Martin headstock with the kind of classic vintage tuners. So this is the more standard version of the 20th anniversary model. Obviously we do have some ornate features like the abalone ring that goes across the sound hole. We also have the abalone on the bridge pins, which is nice, and we have that ebony bridge. What I found when I first picked up the guitar was just how resonant it is. I like to play quite light gauge strings on acoustics, so I use 11 to 52s, but it has a really nice low action, really set up nicely for like bluegrass. It's definitely like a player's acoustic. You can kind of play really fast on this one, a little bit like an electric really, and it's not got a really sky-high action. But when you play with your fingers, it has just an abundance of like harmonic overtones and dynamic range. And I just love how percussive it is. When I'm slapping here, you can really hear the kind of bass notes coming out. I just love how percussive it is. Really easy to project them kind of snare beats. But without further ado, let's go into the tone demo of this beautiful OMJM 20th anniversary, one of my favourite guitars that I own. So guys, welcome to the tone demonstration of this Martin OMJM 20th anniversary. You've heard a little bit of fingerstyle in the intro, so I thought I'd do some flat picking with the capo on. So let's play some Cocaine Blues. So far you've only heard it with the capo on, but this guitar obviously stays in tune really nicely across the fretboard, but it really comes into its own when you take off the capo and play some big open chords. Just has such a nice resonance in the room, stays in tune really nicely, and because you have that slightly smaller body style, has a really nice treble quality to it. I love playing fingerstyle at this end. Let me just tune up and play Knocking on Heaven's Door. As you can hear, there's so much dynamic range to this guitar. You can really dig in, or you can do the slaps. It just does everything that I need for a fingerstyle guitar, and that's why I love it so much. It is a John Mayer signature guitar after all, so I better play some John Mayer before finishing out this video. So this is one of my favourite Mayer songs. So we're coming to the end of the video, so I thought I'd finish with one of my favourite fingerstyle pieces of all time. It's You've Got a Friend in Me from the Toy Story films. So let's get started with it. So guys, that brings us to the end of another video. I really hope you've enjoyed taking a look at my Martin 20th anniversary OMJM. Yes, I don't regret this at all. I absolutely adore this guitar, and I'd highly recommend you guys checking out a Martin in general, but also the OMJM series. You don't have to be a massive fan of John Mayer to enjoy these guitars. In my opinion, I'm obviously a massive fan of John Mayer, but for me, this guitar is bigger than the artist. The way that he built this guitar and the design behind it, a little bit like the Silver Sky as well, they're their own things, and people are going to love these guitars even if they don't like John Mayer. And I've seen a lot of people actually play OMJMs in pubs and in bars. A lot of players kind of turn into that Martin guitar as it is such an accessible guitar and so easy to play. It's one of the best Martin guitars out there in my opinion. However, I still haven't played a Martin D45, which I really want to try out one day, so hopefully we can get one in stock and showcase that for you. Usually these acoustic videos don't do as well as electric videos, guys, so make sure to leave a like and comment down below if you like acoustic videos on this channel. I know we're more well known for our electric videos, but make sure to let us know down below if you'd like to see more acoustic videos. We stock all the popular acoustics going from Gibson, PRS, Taylor, we stock it all. So if you'd like to see more acoustics on this channel, then make sure to hit like and subscribe down below. But thank you so much for checking into this video. My name's Ben Keightley, and I'll see you tomorrow for another video of Squealing Pig Guitars. But until then, keep rocking, guys. See you soon.